Smoking gang, we in this bitch. Yeah, we in this bitch. On the court talking shit. Yeah, we talking shit. Smoking gang, we in this bitch. Yeah, we in this bitch. On the court talking shit. Yeah, we talking shit.
What? Nope. I'm not even gonna start on that bullshit. I still don't know an intro, but I'm about to hit you. What's happening? That's not. I don't know. Hi, how you doing? I gotta figure out how to do this somehow. But it's up to the. Cause who knows? You might be on Spotify. Who knows? I'm about to say to YouTube, but we're here, and now I'm just incoherent rambling for the first 30 seconds. Hi, how y'all doing today? Whenever you're watching this, I'm just big bold dead thoughts. But we kicking in today. Ain't got too much going on. Trying to do a little check-in, let y'all know what I got going on. But other than that, not too much on the agenda today. Real quick, I'm just now realizing, like, I think I'm getting to an age where, like, these lovely these lovely moments it's gonna be left in the rafters. Cause there's a lot of shit that I'm realizing, like, as I'm getting older, it's like, I gotta let go just a little bit. Cause it's like, not that I'm not still a nerd, fuck with all the shit, but 2.4, that, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, cause it's like, I'd like to think that I can wear a comic book shirt, like, in any setting, but it does relay some type of unprofessionalism to a certain extent, just any big, large graphic to the majority. Because, yeah, you walk in any nice restaurant, any nice whatever, for the most part, it's plain. And which I understand, like, no label swag is swag. I do like the billionaires, which is why I'm leaning into billionaire swag. But I don't know, I'm starting to like some of the more simple pieces and things like that. I don't know, for a long time I love shit like this, big, bright, fucking put a comic book here, put something on that I liked and that was cool to me. But anymore, he's kind of becoming at home short. Jesus, it's kind of becoming at home attire, which is fine. But now it's real, like, I don't know, because there's a certain point it's like you do feel like you're dressing like you wish the high school you could have dressed if you had money, and like I was doing that. I'm still kind of doing that to an extent, but it's just I gotta blend these swags to like get a little upscale, not too upscale, but like more, I don't know, refined, a little more adult, a little more, you know what I mean? But cause I still like bright colors, all the thing. Ooh, popping the knee. I still like bright colors and all that shit, but I gotta find ways to like even the blend, and I do like. Especially like finding like not simple colors, but if you're doing multiple different like colors, patterns, that type of thing, it's I guess that's going to say, which I don't know if I'm getting alone in the Wolverine shirt is all I'm saying, I guess. But and then yeah, still I don't know. I'm just breaking me down real quick. Is just the haircut? I don't. It's all grown in, get fucked up. I keep going like between curly and then between like just pushing it on my face, but it's I'm at like this bad middle like length where I'm not fucking with it. So I apologize for the ill appearance, but but it is just I feel like I'm in this weird like middle stage where I'm either like I gotta commit to the curl, or I just gotta like we gotta go shorter, just push it out the face and try to do something with. So you might see a nice revival in the hair department in the next episode, but right now we're struggling because we're grown in, size fucked up. I don't feel great, but you know, gotta get these in when you can. So do what you gotta do. But eventually, I'd like to think I'd do these with a clean cut one day. But right now, you're getting a bad haircut and a Wolverine shirt. So that's what we're doing, I guess. But I like to just stare off, just like thoughts. But it's not a ton of shit going on. I guess I got some shit going on, but I don't really know where to start. Cause yeah, I wasn't really planning on starting with I'm ugly, but it is what it is. But I don't know, what age do y'all think you guys stop wearing comic book t-shirts, or does it just go on for life and you just make other people accept it? I don't know. But see where that goes. Oh yeah, just me even fucking up even more. I burnt the fuck out my mouth the other day on a brownie, and I'm still reliving, going through the repercussions of it now. Cause I don't, my fat back ass for some reason I was just too fat, and like I haven't burnt, like I don't know, you burn your mouth on something hot every once in a while, but it's like a one. But for some reason, this brand set my shit. I'm talking blister immediately. Like I'm feeling shit, having a meal. Oh my goddamn, and I can still feel the smooth skin now. And that shit, you don't realize how much your gums touch food when you eat. Bro, it's all that touches. I was like, do I even chew with my fucking teeth? It feels like all gums, but I don't know. It's my daily struggles right now. It's burnt gums. Gross. But yeah, got me right. And you think it'd be like hot pizza or something? No, the brownie. And my fat back ass couldn't let it cool down. Cause I'll be whipping up. I like me a little bacon. I like me a little bacon, a little brownie, a little cookie, a little cake. Am I feeling festive? But or we got these brownie cookies in the. I've been whipping those up too. And that's gotta stop too. At some point, it's like, yeah, I give sugar up as an adult too, cause like, what, you a grown man eating sugar? Crazy, very ass. But it's delicious. I give it to you. It is. There's something about that sugar that just hits the dopamine, just straight to the serotonin. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But sugar, it is, cause I like. I quit. I quit with the sodas. I'm trying to quit with the candies. Still, the ice cream still gets me a little bit, but I gotta go with the fucking non-dairy because lactose. And I don't know. It's like I'm trying to get the sweets out of my life, but that bacon, it just it's so easy. It's like $1, and I got brownies, right? Which also like that can be good for you. It's like it's got to just be chocolate glue at that point, but tastes great going in. Pause. Fucking, but fucked up the cut. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I guess something about I burnt my mouth or something. I just felt like this old ass man say because I heard a little bit of the rant. I'm like, he been needing that. I don't know what it is that age. I guess I'm just all hitting my transition. Not that kind of transition period, but yeah. But into like my old man attire because goddamn, it's like I hear the rain. Now I'm like, ooh, my lawn been needing that shit. I guess when you become a homeowner and then you just start caring about the lawn and shit, but it bothers me, especially with don't let the neighbor's lawn be fucked up. Shit looking goofy next to mine. Fuck is you doing? Making the neighborhood look bad. But and it's like, when did I become that guy? Which is crazy, but it is. It's so funny because yeah, why you got your yard fucked up? But I don't know. I'm just like I'm not hot, which is the maybe that's the issue with this because I need a little breather in between this to get the grease with. Because that I don't know, that is somewhat of a the fuck. It is somewhat of a mental lubricant, if you will. But it can also be a fucking concrete mix too. So it's like there's a very fine wall between being high and creative and being high and just like there's very two levels of, you know what I mean? But cut rhythm. All right, that I hated that. I hope I hate that even more than y'all could. Whew. Ha ha ha. Just feel like just catch that one to the rib. But now I'm just looking down like I'm not trying to look at notes. I really like I got a couple things, just I don't know where to start. But got this boat out move, which that I guess was delaying the school. Pow! We made it through the last. I don't know. It would be the fourth quarter, or whatever. So now we just got 8 weeks of chill. Not 8 weeks of chilling. I'm like 2 weeks through now. But I got like 4.5 ish weeks chilling, and then I go back for the last 8 weeks, and I'm done. Which is crazy too, because like I mean, these last two classes were a little rough. I'm not gonna lie when it came to the grade, but it's like I've been like passing classes. I got like an okay GPA. It's like not that like a GPA matters when it comes to like this shit, but it's also like that is crazy. It's like if I could have just tried, buddy, you would have just gave a fuck. Maybe that's somebody. Somebody should have gave me the asses sooner, and I would have got my life right. But I don't know. Cause yeah, school's weird. Cause that's like it's not that. Cause it's hard. Like it's work and it's like your understanding and like learning and all that shit. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like it's not. It's not as much work as I was making it. I was making it like so much more work trying to catch up on something just because I didn't want to show up to school or do shit than I would have if I would just like half-assed did the work. But you live and you learn, right? But how many times did I say "but" in a sentence? But it was cool. Jesus, that's gonna be my thing we're gonna have to get rid of. But yeah, little electrical class, little diesel class, smooth. Got through that, and I actually like I wasn't like I'm known ish about electrical. Like back in the day, like I mean still now, like did cars, stereo, speakers, like that type of electrical stuff, but never like diagnosing stuff, trying to figure stuff out. And like through that class, I actually like learn how to use a multimeter and all that, which is crazy because then it's like the other day, it's like I actually used that at home. I had this boat, like I was saying, with the trailer lights, and I had my right side was lighting up but my left side wasn't, and then but I was also like it wasn't staying on with the lights, it wasn't going on with the switches. I had two other lights, so there's two little brake lights on the trailer, and then two big brake lights on the trailer. Only one of the big brake lights were. So I'm fucking one of my shoes out there. I got one of them working. Tried. Ended up me tearing this whole like a harness at the front half of it apart, where somebody had like spliced in a bunch of bullshit. Oh my god, it was all like electrical tape and twisted together. It's all just corroded as fuck. One of the fucking yellow wires just snapped. I'm like, well, there's why these fucking wires don't work. Because I was like tracing the wiring. I was figuring out, I was like, it all looks fine. I was looking at the resistance in the wire. I was looking at voltage. I was getting voltage to one side, but not voltage to the other side. And I'm like, all right, what's going on there? So I'm like, this side works fine, but then this side doesn't. And then, because eventually I got the two little ones. No one's going to care about this unless they like cars. But I eventually got the two little trailer lights in the middle to light up because they ran off the right side or the passenger side, but then the driver's side was still dead for the longest time. So that was the one I traced all the way front. Pretty sure that's the one with the cut wire. So, because I was getting crazy, like, well, and then the other thing is the fucking wires are so like half burnt up. I was getting so much resistance and just like crazy shit. So I was like, okay, so I put it all back together. I'm talking like I actually fuck, which is the other bitch ass parts, because there was probably at the front of this like little, because it was like the connector and there was like maybe 4 inches of wire and then all these different cut wires I was fucking. So it was annoying to get to because I had to fix probably 5, 6 different connections at the front, and then I had to rewire the two in the driver's side. So you're talking almost 8 fucking sitting there twitching it, soldering, and fucking I'm uncomfortable fucking I'm on the ground soldering with the fucking thing, and it's just I was a pain in the ass. But they fucking worked, so I'm glad. And which was crazy because I probably that stage like I used actual class, which exact my job, but it's like I used class for like actual life, which was fucking. Because, yeah, I knew how to read a fucking multimeter, see if there was resistance through this wire, see if I was getting voltage down this side and down this side. I was up there at the connectors. I was like, all right, I tested my truck. What was it called? Like the trailer. I don't know what you call that. Like the trailer harness that just goes into the truck. I was testing the leads off that to make sure, all right, the ground's good. All right, I'm getting 12 out of this one. I'm getting these other ones out of this one. So I'm like, all right, the power's here on this one. My ground's here. And then these are my 2 signal, whatever. And then I went to the fucking other harness. I'm like, okay, I'm getting stuff out of this one for the resistance. I'm not getting, so it's like I was using actual like school knowledge for like life, and I'm like, is this just what nerds do with like daily shit? It's like nerds learn all this shit in school, and then like they actually get to apply it to their daily life. And it's like I can only apply it in this like small instance. Like, man, it does like blow my mind. Because also like electrical. Talk to anybody with cars. It's fucking scary as fuck. No one really wants to get into it, but it's like does take a fucking little sense of knowing like Ohm's law and all the bullshit and fucking understanding like how the fucking the volts are pushing the amps and they're going through the resistance and like knowing how a fucking series circuit works, parallel and all that shit. But which is crazy. It's like I wouldn't have known none of that. But it's like school actually gives you knowledge. Who would have fucking thought? But which is also blowing my mind because I was such a jackass in high school because it was just I just want to do other shit. I just want to sell weed. I just want to play football. I just want to play basketball. Like I just wanted to do like shit that I wanted to do, and it's like it's and the end of the day, it wasn't that like meaningful. It's like I was literally just trying to. It was the thing. It was like I was just trying to. I wasn't trying to be the biggest drug dealer or nothing, but it's like I was just trying to smoke for free, had a little bit of pocket change. I was playing football, I was doing what I wanted, fuck my own. It's like I had no goal of like doing or being anything, which is so shitty. And so it's like then, but it's also I feel like the place like kind of pigeonholed my like ideas of what you could be into a sense because it was very like there like I mean it's a very rural community, and so it's just like everything you're seeing around you is very rural, it's very realistic, it's not this, it's not outside the whatever the fuck. But I forgot what I was talking about with that. But oh yeah, school now it's crazy. But yeah, it's just jagged and just not wanting to focus. And it's like if you would have gave half of that focus to fucking just actually do shit, it would have worked out. Or just like taking a little extra time to like, hey, maybe text a couple people and get the homework. Instead of I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna fucking do it. But it's just knowledge. But it is, and then I bring up the acid shit because it is like you do a bunch of acid, you fucking 7 tabs in, you'll fucking 4 or 5, whatever, how many tabs in, you'll realize who you are, the person to a certain extent. And if you don't, you will. I don't know what happens because I feel like you're just forced to, because you will understand yourself as to the core of yourself as a human being. Because I feel like it finally made me understand like everything I did in life and like oh, I was making these decisions because I was raised like this, because I thought this, because I did these things. It's like all of these things add up into the person you are today, and it's like it's your choice. Now I'm just turning into a speech, but it is because it's your choice to like decide. Okay, after all of those things, what am I gonna do today to like be what I want to be? And so it's like I was just tired of like having no direction, no whatever, and so I found some direction at times through whatever, and I focused on that, and then I let that push me through. But also, like, I say that, and it's like, I was fucking selling drugs for a long time. I was fucking doing bullshit. Like, so it's like, it's not like that fixed me or I was like, immediately changed my path. But it made me understand that, like, oh, you have to accept yourself as a person. It's like, I, for the longest time, was just, I think, angry at myself of what I was because I felt like I could have been more, done more, and be whatever. And, like, I'm just in this fucked up spot now. So now I'm just like, having to deal with the leftovers. It's like, oh no, you have to realize it's not the leftovers. It's like you still, like, which also sounds like you got to with borderline, but like be grateful you're here because like a lot of people aren't. So just to be able to have the fact that I'm here, it's like, oh, you got to turn that into something. Or like, what the fuck are you doing? And also, they kind of broke the like. I had a ton of social anxiety before because I still like it would. I was still the kid that like you go into McDonald's, tell me to do something stupid, and I'll fucking break it. I'll do whatever. I'll throw the ketchup in the water because I really didn't give a fuck. But it does. It breaks you out of that social anxiety of like, oh, this whole everybody thinks it's like who gives a fuck about what anyone fucking thinks? It's like who cares? There are so many people in the world. There are so many things going on that no one has time to be focused on you. Who and then if they are, who gives a fuck? If you're focused on your own shit and helping the people around you, anything outside of that is fucking like who gives a damn? But I don't know. And then when you can find some type of purpose, direction, it's like you should figure out a way to be full forced at that. But it's all the fuck is that guy? But also at the same time, it's like people will see that, hear these type of things, and then be like, all right, I need to drop my job and fucking dive in. It's like, no, that's not what anyone's telling you to do. So it's like, it's a shitty example. It's like, no, it's like, I didn't fucking quit selling drugs, but I did know, like, okay, this is someone, dude. Like this fucking shit. It's like I wanted at the time to be a rapper. I wanted to rap my friends. I wanted to do all these things, and so it's like I invested time into the studio. I invested time and knowledge into YouTube and learning how to do all this shit, so I could do it for. Because that was the other time. Fuck studio time or like all that shit was expensive. We were fucking broke. I was like, computer and YouTube is way cheaper. So yeah, I just learned all that, and so like you don't realize those are the stepping stones that are pushing you into doing what you're like supposed to do, gonna do. I don't know, but I feel like even if it is a frivolous pursuit or a whatever pursuit, but also you can't get to the point of insanity, like they say, repeating the same thing every day, getting the same results there. But that you have to be able to like have a quick turnover rate. Be like, okay, if something doesn't work out, try this other thing. And this doesn't work out, try this other thing. There's a lot of people I feel like just get stuck and oh, I failed. Oh, this didn't work out. Oh, I quit. This didn't work. It's like you got to keep fucking. You got to act like you have some balls and keep fucking. And not that women can do it too. Don't get me wrong. But it's like you got to fucking act like you're a grown ass fucking whatever and be like, hold on, I gotta I'll figure out the next thing. And it's like, but also, don't just have faith in yourself that, all right, I'll figure it out. It's like, no, you have to plan. You have to be methodical. You have to be able to have a, okay, this is what I want to do, but if that doesn't work, I have B, C, and D. Like, you have to, don't have D and E, but you have to have some type of direction. I feel like is the most important part of, I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point, but just to have some foresight at being a person or just being a thing, just to not be, now I'm going like real tinfoil hat, but it is to not be a cog in somebody else's fucking machine that's just fucking turning, and you just fucking wake up every day and go to sleep, wake up every day and go to sleep, wake up every day and go to sleep, where almost every day is the fucking same. And it's just that type of shit would just make alright, sorry, that was probably a little lot. That was a little much for me. Sounds coming at me. Okay, that was a little lot. I get it. It's a little lot. It's a little lot. It's understandable. But it is because fucking life's so like it's, I don't know, maybe it's because I don't have some whatever God higher power, but it's all so fucking stupid. People die every day. Babies get cancer. Shit just happen. And I don't want to be the person like just shit just happen, but it's like things are just gonna happen. It's like you, me, a collection of us, probably not gonna change it. And you just have to accept that. Be happy with the person you are and try to change the things in your life that you can control. Because anything outside that is like, what are you fighting? Which I get it. I'm very tinfoil hat, but it is. Especially when we're going red or blue. It's the same fucking purple. That felt like a bar. But it is. Like, people really fucking, you'll get outside, red, blue, but it's like, bro, you don't realize it's purple, and then they just split it into two colors just so y'all could see it straight. Not see it straight, but because it is. Because what is that thing? Because it is. They do it with everything. It's like there has to be a good and a bad. There has to be a. This is fucking my Midwest ass. But I was like, there has to be a Cubs and a Cardinals. There has to be some type of opposing forces for engagement, almost to a sense that if there's not some type of foot in the ground on a stance that no one's correct, but it's like, why can't we? Now I'm just sounding like fucking tinfoil, but it's like it is, because why can't we all be correct in being incorrect? Like, why can't we all be correct that we're all incorrect? That no one knows everything. No one knows. And then maybe that's my thing with religion, is just no one. It's like, but I get it. These stories, you need them to help. There was masses. People were probably fucking doing crazy shit. And, like, you need to coach people into being like, hey, be good people so you can go to this nice place, because you're being real mean right now and no one likes it. So, but I don't know. But that, yeah. I'm just like bouncing off thought to thought, but purpose, I guess, is find your, which is cliche and dumb, but everything, find your purpose. It's like you don't, but I feel like people also don't give like some type of thing with that, is that you won't know. Like I feel like when people hear find your purpose, like, oh, I'm gonna find it tomorrow, and like I'll know that. It's like I feel like you almost fall into your thing, like unless you're like bred for, which I was about to say like Tiger Woods. Every time I was like, but he's bred for drinking all time, but it's just, I don't know, once again, now maybe I should lose the topic, but you just have to have some type of something, and then when you have it, it's just maybe not be okay with losing, but no, like I said, it's like not repeat it, but don't be afraid to fail. It's like people won't get into things 'cause they're like, well, if that's not my forever thing, then how can I know? It's like that thing you might fail at, and that might give you more understanding to push you into something else. So it's like, it's my own, like I was okay. That sound like that fucking, that upside down thing, but it's like, yeah, I did think sports and all that was gonna be some type of something, but then which also terrible example, once I realized that wasn't what I wanted to do with my time, I fully dove into other things. So it's like, and granted, those other things weren't good, but it's like I understood where that was gonna take me life. So I was like, this isn't where I thought this was where my life was gonna be. This isn't where my life was gonna be. My life was gonna be over. So now I'm over there. It's like those things after you go through that journey, you realize, that line that in jail. So maybe switch it up a little bit, and that pushed me into something else, and then that pushes you into something else, and then something happens over here that pushes you into something else, and then like you'll snowball your path into, oh, this is who I am as a person, and I can, I don't know, but it's on some almost homosexual of just like your fellow man, not to good, but that not that I want to be all like tinfoil hat, peace and love, man, but it is. It doesn't seem that hard just to be a good person, and but also at the same time is that to be a good person, I don't know. But then that's what kind of, is it just to be a good person to you and the ones around you, or be a good person to all? Because being a good person to everybody might not be me being a good person to myself or the people around me. And then it's like, but what if you have that society that's I only look out for me and mine? Then I feel like you're gonna get real segregated into but into very like little campy, hey, but into little like groups that aren't gonna mesh well together. I don't know. Maybe religion is the key. I'm not smart, but I don't know how I got off on that tangent either. That's not where I start on. Cause I got shit down where I start on rainy days to get there. That was I'm saying, but yeah, find your stick, and if it's not your stick, be okay with it not being your stick, and move to a new stick. But no sticks. We don't want no hacks. See, I lose all the second the knee pops up. I lose all credibility. Like this man is a professional at all in his Wolverine shirt. But I don't know. That was the hottest breath I could have been into the mic. I apologize. Feel this shit just melted. Just think that comedy's been going, but I don't exactly know when the last time I got like a couple notes, but I don't remember exactly the last time I checked in with Joe what comedy is, but doing story stuff. Did the like 2 KJ mics ago, did the a story and then got good response from it, got through it pretty well, didn't have to like look at notes for the most part. No, I don't think I looked at notes for that one. And then it went pretty well. I feel like I got a good response from the crowd. And the crowd was pretty like there's a decent crowd there, it's pretty full, and so it felt good. Came off that one. And then I went to this other one that this Alex Hayes, he was having like a showcase thing going on, this one basement, and then there was like an open mic after it, so popped up to that. The show was good. It was funny. It was like him, this other big white dude, this girl Jenny, this black dude. I feel bad because I'm just going by races instead of names, but I forgot. My bad. But everybody was funny on the show. I had a good time. They had like a dog walking around and stuff. That was kind of fun. But it was also a little like, I guess I probably, I don't know. I don't know, but it had a cool vibe. All the shit going around, but that my like weird pause in that made it sound like there was like a crazy Diddy party going on, but that's not to Alex. It's just that people were drinking and stuff. I don't know if that was like supposed to be going on or what was going on. But anyways, it was cool. Got up there, got a bit did the story again. I feel like it went well. There was like wasn't a ton of people down in the basement. Like there was people there, but people were kind of going in and out. And so there's a couple people down there. Kind of got through the story, worked through it with the crowd a little bit, which I was liking. I was getting into. I'm feeling a little more comfortable, like talking to the crowd. Not that I'm not talking to the crowd, but like talking with the crowd to the crowd instead of like just kind of speech overlaying it. So it's kind of nice. And then after that, oh yeah, then this last one, KJ's, they put a thing that was like, you need to, what the fuck was, oh yeah, you want to see like one new joke at least or something. So I went in with all new, once again, losing the credibility with me, went in with all new shit just because I wanted to see what I could do. And I tried to do, it was very pandery, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty, I was pandering pretty hard, I feel. But it was. I was just trying to do like old-ish people jokes, just like jokes that older people could relate to. But it's also me trying to relate to old people because I'm just trying to. Also. Oh, I'm explaining a couple of different things in my life where I feel like I'm in that transition period. Like I talked to earlier, I'm in that period of my life where I'm getting to be like old, quote unquote, because I am getting to be instead of fucking a YM. I'm definitely unk now, which is a little uncomfortable, but is what it is. But in doing that, it's like I'm feeling like I'm relating to the crowd a little bit. I even did like not crowd work, but I was like working a bit, and I like kind of talked to the guy, kind of brought it back, talked to the guy, and so it's like those type of things is great. I had like I talked about even like talked about like the little bombing aspect of it. Like I'd say a couple things, bomb, and I like really, no, I'm not a good comedian, laugh off that. So it's like I was using those things, which I felt better. But then Ian K used to say I'm still talking fucking running way too fast, kind of like this shit, running way too fast, running way too high. And it is, she said, it's kind of, I'm just like, it's not like she said before the lack of fun. It's just that I was trying to talk about way too much and like too little of a time. Like it's only 5 minutes. I should only really be talking about like 1 to 2 things. And so it's like now I'm kind of almost at the next one. Like I want to just like have like one topic and like force myself to stretch it because I haven't done it where it's like get one point and you fucking eat everything out of it, just stretch everything out of it. And not that, but then it's also like I feel like I could either do have a story, but I feel like I could also I don't. Which the stories are tough because they could all be like fucking 20 minutes long. So it does. It's like hard to narrow them down to 5 minutes and to like do that to the extent to like trying to figure out if these things are funny, but it's so hard to condense the story of like, which I guess that's a trigger. But it's like I have to build up these characters, build up who's in it, and then like tell you what happened. And that build up part in the front is it's a lot to pack into 5 minutes. But either way, next one I want to try to get one topic, force myself to stretch the fuck out of it, and then go from there. And then if I get another mic after that, I want to not that I want to try crowd work, but I want to try like kind of crowd work, but just like just talk to the audience more, get jokes from them, like be able to like say something to them, ask them what they do, blah blah blah, cliche, and then like get something out of that and be able to get funny off of from what they're saying. Because I feel like I need more of that because it's not that it's a job. It does feel real. Like I feel every time now I'm like, I have to come like it's got to be a good set. Like I come up with quality material. Not that it shouldn't all be quality, but it's like I need to feel comfortable with just being on the stage with my thoughts. And I think right now I'm just not comfortable completely being on the stage with just my thoughts. Like I have to have prepared shit, or else I'd feel like nervous or something. But which is also because I've talked about it before, which I only happened that one time. But yeah, when I got to do that fucking 3 person like open mic thing at the Helium, and they let you go for like 10 minutes, like that, like it just felt like I could talk and like I wasn't so like, well, it was the next thing I got to say. Like I could just like ebbs and flows, whatever the fucking is. But whatever the fuck it is, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But look at me go. I can't. Like my prescription needs to be better. I can see, but I can't read, which is fuck. Cause it's like I can. If I focus long enough, I got you on the. I got you on them, but not gonna lie, it is not the easiest thing in the world. But I don't know. I think comedy's been dope. I guess I don't know. It's been, I feel like it's gonna be 2 years in what is that, September? So it's like coming around the corner, and oh yeah, and the helium competition's coming up. Don't really know what I'm gonna do for that yet, because I've done the version of like my set about being like, or my set about saying the N word. That was the set I did at the first helium competition, but it was very rigid. It was very speechy. And like I have it now, and it's a little more flexible, a little more comfortable. I took out some things, there's better jokes in it, so it's like I could do that one, but then there's also some that like kind of wants to make me lean into the story one, because I feel like that's a little more. And I mean, it's all off audience fault, but I feel like it's a little more showy of what I could do. But then I don't know. But I don't know, because those are, I guess, the two I'm balancing in between, because those I feel like are my two strongest sets, is, which is a crazy thing to say, which is my N word set and my I'll give you a teaser. Getting robbed set, but which is two crazy topics: the N word and getting robbed. But they're my two of my feel more comfortable with sets, and because I think it's only like 4 minutes. So I know both of those I can get into 4 minutes. The story one's a little tough. Once again, I have to fucking cut even more out. But that was the thing with the time I told the story the last time is like I cut out so much in the beginning, and I just kind of got straight to the action, if that makes sense, because feel like I was doing way too much build up of like me, what we're doing, the characters we're at, what's going on. It's like I just need to get to the action part and let the funny be funny, but I was doing way too much build up. But it's good because it helped me like cut out some things, but at the same time I feel like I'd even cut out even more and then still be able to. No, I mean, but I'm really trying to think of like comedy. That has been good, but it's also like even with this, but even with this one is that with this one, because I guess I say this one in the sense of like in one of my pursuits, because I have a lot of I don't want to say pursuits, but I have a lot of ideas, a lot of hobbies. Like there's a lot of things I want to do, and so it is one thing I'm like glad I started because it does. I feel like it gives me a place to like put a lot of my whatever, like not anxiety, but it's like there is that. I mean, it's just the thing. Is there's something in you that has that risk takey, that some like itch for wanting more. Like I gotta, not that I gotta get it out, but it's like it is nice to be able to like scratch at it a little bit. It's like you're not kicking doors, but you are getting a little bit of that anxiety, a little bit of that. A little bit of that, like and so, but it's like I don't. Is that just the adrenaline junkie part of me, where it's just like I like that part of like that right before, just like you're, and then you're just ready to fucking. But I don't know. But it's nice to transition that into nicer memes of telling jokes and such. But it is different. I don't remember where I started with that, but I keep leaning for it like I'm really about to say something important, but I'm not. But I think that's just kind of running out of steam. I'm not gonna lie to you. Which don't know what we should do in train noises in 2026. These OnlyFans bitches are getting out of control. Okay, well you know about that, Ethan. No, which that's also crazy to me too. I'll talk about that for like 2 seconds at the end. But just OnlyFans is a concept. Like I get, but it's like, bro, if you don't, okay, maybe this is it? Jeez, I'm just having a stroke. Is it just for like your hometown, whatever, bitch? That like, bro, if you don't have the balls to talk to her, it's like I guess you're just gonna pay for it. Is insane. But it's also she's the type that would put it up there for you to pay for it. It's like you could probably go up to her and ask her for it. I'm just saying, it's like they don't start. I don't know. They don't strike me as 800 credit score people, if that makes sense. But they might be after. But I don't know. Sorry, that was just dead air. Just get a room tone, real quick. Room tone. All right, we're making room tone jokes. That's where we're gonna hit that DEAD on this. I had to really think if I spelled dead right. Oof. But once again, while are we doing that? I don't know. I'm gonna try to get something going with these. I feel like I got a lot of steam in the beginning, and then I just slowly faded it out. Maybe that's what marijuana will do to you, but I'm not gonna lie. You ever caught that like? Because it's half the burnt mouth, but then half like the weed dryness, but it's not my whole mouth that's dry. It's just like just the top back palate is just like a little. I'm like, I don't know what's going on there, but other than that, I'm fine. Just feel a little wow. But I'm going to stop saying that word. 2027, we're going to stop saying that word because I need to figure out a different word to transition with. Once again, what's with just the dead air? Just my thought. You're just watching my thoughts. Where I was just go, just straight buzzer. But And you'd think I'd be doing this on purpose. I'm not. I'm going to say it again. Catch y'all on the next one. Strive for your dreams. Since I wanted to give that speech in the middle of this for some reason, but okay. You. And then figure out who you is. And then if you're not okay with it, that's the other thing. You got. No, I'm just gonna go right back in. But you do real quick. Is like figure out you. Understand the decisions you made, all the things you went through, made you, and you are okay. No matter how much bad you did, no matter how much good you did, you start from the person you're thinking about that day, and you move on from there. You can't let your past define you. All right, now put that on some white lace wall and let that run on Temu. Okay? Catch you on the next one. Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, Discord, Reddit. I was trying to think of that. Signal. I was trying to think of like the obscure thing. Telegram, telemarket, telegraph, whatever that one is. Catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Till next time. I hope you like Wolverine as much as I do. Just an insane person. I apologize, but we'll be here. Appreciate y'all. Peace. I'm letting that sit in too. Is it? Cause I'm a stat. What was that? Bye. Peace. What? Is it really like this? Peace. I don't feel like just bad with it. It should just be like. But I'm gonna have it out with that word by the end of the day. Okay. Bye, y'all. Peace.
We in this bitch. Yeah, we in this bitch. On the court talking shit. Yeah, we talking